Whoa, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Comic Con Podcast live show before the big move, before the
Ooh.
big transition. We figured we'd go live this week real quick, kind of, making sure everybody knows what's up because after tonight, we still will do some live shows here and there when things are necessary, but the podcast will no longer be on the podcast normal channel. We will be on Uncensored Nerds Network with a host of other shows. So hopefully everybody's having a great morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you're watching this, whether you're watching it live or on the rewind. What's going on, Zach? How are you?
Not much, man. Just hanging out. Same old. Just playing some Elden Ring right now. And then, yeah, just chilling, dude. Excited for the change. Excited for some beers and to kind of little hangout right now. I know we kind of mentioned it in some of our posts and stuff, but yeah, if anyone's interested in jumping on and going on live with us, please let us know. And we will give you the link. You can come on with us and chat and hang out. No real itinerary here. We're just kind of
doing whatever we're going to do, right? Yeah, it's just hanging out. Of course, we decided to go live on a Monday night where they tease Fantastic Four trailer, but we don't get to see the trailer until tomorrow. So we could have had something to talk about, but
yeah,
we'll have to wait till tomorrow to talk about the this week, I guess. Maybe we'll dip into the Fantastic Four trailer. I know we did have a community question, but we'll save that for the actual live show this week so we can have all of our new listeners and existing listeners hear us what we normally do. We got the Blade Forge as well to talk about and read.
I do. There's a topic we can talk about here a little bit. We can do it now or we can do it later. But I don't know. Did you see any of the statements made by that's kind of generating a lot of buzz right now from Chris Claremont about like the X-Men stuff?
No, I did not.
No. Okay.
But
let me find an article before I get into it.
Okay. Well, while you look for that article, let's bring on one of our friends. He's kind of hanging out at some HQ headquarters. You know him as Comic Dunes. We know him as Jeff Optimus Maza.
Optimist? Is it the
Optimus Maza?
Optimus
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me.
What's going on, buddy? How are you?
Just another day in the life of comic book. I guess I'm the newly dubbed Doom here at Dynamite. That's the director of online media. So we've been just having a fun day, man. A lot of stuff going on with all of our titles. We had some Zootopia stuff come out a couple weeks ago, and obviously the Silverhawks and all the Mark Spears stuff. So it's been fun, man. It's been a busy day. This is officially day 5. So
nice. Well, Doom Maza, pleasure you could jump on here.
Say again.
I said pleasure you could jump on here as Doom
Thank you guys
Maza.
for having me. Real quick, congratulations, gentlemen. A little buyout.
Thank you.
Nice. Let's go.
Yeah, it's a good change. Like we kind of mentioned it before. We've been doing this for almost 5 years now. Kind of kept to our same thing. It'll be good to kind of switch it up a little bit. Not too much. Still do the same old stuff, but different group of people. It's better to be kind of part of a community a little bit. So it'll be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's almost like a little re-energizer or like a Celsius drink, so to speak, right, Justin?
Ooh, yeah.
Which, by the way,
you guys are like the Phoenix. This podcast, you're going through a rebirth right now. I can't wait to see this.
Can we talk about Celsius real quick? So,
oh, you like them now,
dude? I'm in. I'm bucking in, dude. So, Jeff, I don't know if you knew this. Justin sent some like a gift for the babies. We're still waiting for yours. Don't worry about it though. So, Justin sent.
Don't worry, I have a baby on the way, so it'll cancel each other out.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. But I still I have two though. So you're like, it's like two.
I have.
But anyway,
can you post 8 baby gifts? Mine's a 6-year-old.
Look, we'll exchange some beers. That's baby gifts, bro. Anyway,
I like that. Oh, Celsius.
Yeah, Celsius. Yeah. So Justin sent some gifts or whatever, and anyway, then fast forward like a week later or something, Amazon box shows up. Always tons of Amazon boxes at my house. Anyway, open it up and it's just like a 12-pack of Celsius, and there's like no like receipts. There's no nothing. I'm like, what is this? What's going on here?
The gift receipt?
No, well, no, because it wasn't a gift. And I was like, Celsius? I've never, like, Justin drinks this. And I called him. He's like, dude, that's where it went. And so he had like a subscription and they mailed it to me.
Yeah. So I get it every month, 12 pack. And I've been getting it probably for the past 4 or 5 months. And for some reason they decided to change the address. Not only was the box not to me and my address, it was to Zach and his wife.
Yeah.
With his name and to their address. I was like,
Did you
why
drink
did
Dude,
Amazon think
yeah.
that I was changing everything over? Right?
They've
Like,
been like a lifesaver because I'm not sleeping with the baby much, right? And so like I've had these Celsius. I already crushed the 12 pack. It was orange, which is my favorite flavor anyway for like most drinks. And
the
then
best one.
oh well, so I just got another 12 pack. It's like a variety pack, and I've only had kiwi guava, and it had orange, but there's like a blue one in there somewhere. So I'm enjoying them. I'm hooked.
So you should just sell him your subscription. Get out of the Celsius game.
Just sell it for a raised price. Tariff me. Hit me with a
Ooh, I
tariff,
like that.
right?
I like
You know?
Good.
Should we actually, maybe we should hit up Celsius for a sponsorship.
Dude. Blue Moon. I want to hit up Blue Moon too. And I'll just drink Blue Moons all the time. I mean, I do it anyway. They should be paying me. So
Oh man.
That would be fun as hell.
speaking of tariffs, let's talk comics real quick. But
yeah,
obviously there's there was an averted trade war tariff situation going on with the president and a couple countries. One that, really affects the comic book industry, obviously, is Canada, where a large chunk of comic books are printed, right? So could have been a hit. Not only are they raising prices on books, and then to also be hit with a tariff. So yeah, man, that could have been a little rough. So
yeah. What did you you talking about the Wookiee fanatic question too? Are you bringing that into it?
No, what's his?
From Wookiee's question, because he was talking about that regarding probably the pricing hike. With,
yeah. Oh, you mean that we're saving for later,
that one we're saving. Okay,
yeah,
I didn't know how far you were getting into it.
No. But like I'm just
cool.
saying because it's like an additional aspect. But
yeah, no,
that's really interesting, man. I had no idea about that.
Yeah, something like I don't know. I don't know what the stat, but a large amount of comics are printed in Canada for whatever reason.
Do you know where yours are printed?
No, I can find out. I mean, I'm sure I can find out.
Yeah, I mean, because it's going to definitely affect a lot, especially the Kickstarter stuff. Like,
well, it's paused, so
okay,
it's not going on. So the update recently is okay. First off, look, I'm not trying to get political here at all. Okay, so this is not politics. I'm not talking politics. I don't want to piss anyone off here.
It's going this way before the conversion.
Yeah, but yeah, let's get it all out right now. Got a couple slanderous words I'm going to use right now on the last night of the podcast live. No, so obviously, okay, so Trump puts these tariffs out there, whatever. He wants to do what he wants to do. Okay. And everyone's like, oh no, we're so worried. Canada, we're not going to give in. Mexico, we're not going to give in. And look, man, I'm not smart enough to understand the economics totally behind like tariffs and all that. I don't know enough. I'm not going to sit here and say it's the right move, it's the wrong move, whatever. But what I can tell you is neither Canada nor Mexico can afford to wait out the U.S. in a trade war. At some point, someone has to give, and we can hold out longer than they can because they are more dependent on us than we are on them. So it very much is just like, I'm like, okay, you guys are acting all hard. And honestly, it's all theater. I feel like I feel like even Trump probably talked to him, and they're like, he's like told them, they all told, hey, well, I got to act a little hard before we come out. And so anyway, the news now is they both moderately capitulated, and both sides have said that they will send, I think it's 10,000 soldiers to both sides of the border to help prevent crossings and narcotics. So paused on the trade war for 30 days, and that's kind of the update. So our comics are safe as of now. Yeah.
Okay.
The Canadian paper quality superior.
It's
Apparently.
I guess.
Yeah, I'd like to know what companies have it, man. Like who's really getting stuff printed over there. So who knows? But I don't know. Anything else happened? What's going on at Dynamite, bro? Let's talk some Dynamite stuff since you're on. And I know you're.
I mean,
I mean, you guys have been, we talked about at the end of last year. At the end of last year, we always talk our favorite reads, our favorite series, our favorite artists, writers. And we talked about, we brought up the one of the final topics was our favorite company, right? And
ooh,
we really thought that of all the companies, Image, just doing the Energon universe, the Ghost Machine stuff,
Mhm.
just completely crushed it.
Massive verse.
Massive verse stuff, yeah, like they're just doing it everywhere, right?
Even the Spawn verse too. Like, I mean, that's like exploded in the
Yeah,
past
that
year
completely
too.
changed as well. But like then we even had like the backup, kind of a nostalgic thing. We said that Dynamite Comics in 2024 really hit a lot of great comics, right?
Mhm.
Space Ghost,
sure.
Thundercats, all the Disney stuff. And now going
Terminator.
forward, you guys have the Silverhawk stuff. You have like these you did these mini series with Chitara. What's going on for 2025? What do you have either that's just started that people don't know about, or stuff that has been announced that you can talk about for this year?
Oh yeah. So I mean, what we just dropped Zootopia, right? Issue 2's out. That's been pretty fun. As far as that goes. But you mentioned Captain Planet, right? I'm super excited for Captain
No, you
Planet.
just said Captain Planet.
Yeah.
I said Space
Oh,
Ghost.
Space Ghost. Well, Captain Planet was on the dock anyway. I apologize, but see, Captain Planet for me is something that I'm looking forward to, just being a product of that time period. But the one thing that I've enjoyed about all of our stories that we've been able to do is we're taking that nostalgic, feeling, and we're expanding on the lore, right? And we're not alienating it, and it's
Mhm.
fluid. It goes right, and you've seen it firsthand with that Thundercats, with the creation of Apex, and now we got there's the series coming out, right? Bengali, and you had the Chitara 5-piece. I'm excited to see what they can do with where we're going with that, right? But we're kind of taking that and using that with the other IPs and these other properties, right? Like the Silverhawks. I did not get a chance to read this yet, but I'm hearing fantastic things about this.
Yeah,
And the
I
same,
mentioned that kind of like what you're talking about, how they did a good job of like expanding an IP without like crapping on the previous. And so like Silverhawks, I'm not super familiar with Silverhawks, but the first issue basically had what it seemed like was all the original. Like if you were a Silverhawks guy, all your OGs are there, but they're the old guard now. And so the first issue starts, and it's basically like your known characters are kind of retiring, and something happens that obviously is bringing them back in the fold. And then there's a new Silverhawk who's like created to fight, and it's teased that it looks like the old Silverhawks are going to kind of like raise the new Silverhawks, which I think is like a great way of kind of being like, hey, you don't need to know like the past, but we're not rewriting it, and we're still and moving forward, jumping on point as well. I think it's a genius idea.
Well, that's the one thing that Justin mentioned too, with like Image and us as well. It's like, I don't know, we're able to develop it, and you don't see that much from the big two, right? Which is why they take such a hit, because when they do go ahead and they try to change it up and develop it to fit what's going on today, it's just like take your medicine. And to me, it doesn't seem like it's as fluid as it should be, right? And we're getting just the opposite, like great stories, amazing art, and I mean, one of my favorite titles is Terminator. We talked about that, right?
Yeah, completely didn't think about that one either.
Issue 4. There's obviously a lot of things that I can't say, but what we have going on currently, that's Terminator, Thundercats, my two favorite series, hands down. And I just started reading Lilo and Stitch, just because I started watching the movies and the series with the kids, the boys. It's just fun, right? Like everything that we have is fun.
Johnny Quest, you guys got Johnny Quest also.
Did I bring the Johnny Quest? I didn't, but we got Johnny Quest. Again, the Space Ghost, right? My knowledge from Space Ghost is Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And granted, I haven't completed because we're on issue 9 of that. I'm a couple issues in, and it's blowing my mind because it's not the Space Ghost that I thought I knew watching that show, right? So it's
of course.
I love what we're doing here, and I can't wait to share some of the 2025 stuff. Hopefully, we'll get on that new Spotify channel, would you fellas, and drop something for it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it's just crazy how much stuff has been going on at Dynamite. The nostalgic stuff is great with like the Terminator and the Thundercats. Like that stuff is always got the feels, right? You kind of know what's going to happen. You know where you're going to go. But I mean, Space Ghost, like you said, it was just like such a different thing, and like the art's amazing, and it's just such a mature feel for that title. So if you're not reading it, you know, it's definitely a
When we
great
have
read.
that coming out. Oh, here you go. This ash can. Can you guys see that?
Oh, that's dope. Space Ghost, nice. Johnny
Space Quest, a little team up.
That's cool.
Johnny Haji, Space Ghost.
Nice.
Cool,
There
little-
any plans in the future for Dynamite to create anything new besides like already established IP?
You know, I wish I had some type of comment on that. It's not that we aren't, it's just not my department, right? I'm a couple pay grades above me, so I don't really have too much to share on that front. But that's a good question. Maybe I'll dig around and shake some trees, see if I can find out any information, and, you know, start feeding you guys.
Yeah. We're you know, obviously we're gonna continue with stuff, but as you're here, and I know your time is gonna be limited today too. So
For
we're
sure.
like, you know, I know you have obviously your whatnot, right? Comic Dunes has now been taken over for Dynamite. So people want to get weekly books, specifically Dynamite stuff, like the variants that people can see down there. They can always
Yeah,
follow
yeah.
you, right? So at Comic Dunes on Whatnot.
Yes, sir. At Comic Dunes on Whatnot, we are the. I've been calling us the channel formerly known as Comic Dunes. I guess we have to come up with some kind of cool symbol, Prince-ish. But yeah, starting if not next Wednesday, the following, we're gonna have all of our weekly new releases, Dynamite titles, any specialties, right? Some foils and some website exclusives. We'll have complete ongoing runs if you're looking for stuff that maybe your LCS couldn't get, or just you were late to the game and you can't find it. We'll be able to provide that for you. So it's going to be a combination of weekly books, Dynamite weekly books, new releases, variants, foils, anything. I trade paperbacks, hardcovers. I mean, we are the source, so we have the ability to go direct to consumer and just offer you guys anything, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, like you mentioned, any Disney titles, yeah, anything that Dynamite does, guys, ask away, and if we can provide it, I'll make it happen.
Nice.
Cool.
And you did bring some cool stuff that is available. You want to
Yeah.
show that off to the people? You know, whether
Yeah,
they're watching live or watching on the rewind. We got some cool stuff that you did bring that maybe someone could claim, and we
They
could
can.
get the.
They can claim. So real fast, if anyone does want to claim anything, I sent you a link. Excuse me. What you want to do is fill that form out. Be very specific about the book that you buy. Let's say it's Thundercats 12. We have the Mark Spears ZG, and I'll get that nice and up close for you in a minute. Right? Just be specific with the issue, and we'll do the rest for you. Shipping per book is roughly about $10. That'll cover, you know, a handful of books, 4 books ish. If you get over a pound, it's gonna be around like $15, just because shipping is up all around. So I guess we'll start right down here. We were talking about the Thundercats run, right? I have a 1 to 12. Where did I put my 12? It's floating around somewhere. But again, all first print guys, cover A's. Can you see that? How does that look?
Yeah, looks good. Yeah, Drew Moss killing it on the art.
Oh my God! So here, you know, I was lucky enough. This is pretty cool. And I made a little post earlier today on Facebook, you know, saying that we started working here, and Drew liked the post. So I shot him a message and said, "Hey, Drew, since we already have the working relationship, I'd love to have you on the Whatnot channel. We can do some streams. So we're gonna drop some of that soon, which I'm very excited about. But so, oh, that's gonna be tough to see right here. So, guys, the Thundercats 12 that we're showing off right here, these are the Mark Spears. You know, he's one of the hottest artists right now. And you have Mumra, the Ever Living. This red cover, guys, to me just pops. I don't know how you feel about that.
That's cool.
Right, that book right here. This is the FOC foil incentive, cover ZD. That's going to be $9.99. Got a bunch of those copies available. And we're going to slide down here. I like this, man. He's got some like wild color tones and like the greens. But that's the FOC, so the foil FOC bonus cover Z. This one's a little bit more expensive. That's going to be $29.99, guys. And Mumra the Ever Living. And we just started a new arc where Lino and Mumra had just recently, I believe they just recently battled, right? I'm only on like issue 8. I just met Apex.
Oh yeah.
So-
They're so Lionel's kind of off. He got
Mhm.
captured, and
Mhm.
the other Thundercats are kind of looking to find where he's at. So
Yeah, some of them are
Um,
busy.
yeah,
See,
getting
we got to
busy.
get doing reviews on this stuff.
yeah. But why don't you show off some of the heavy stuff? Show us the we got we could see the Mark Spears,
Yeah,
the Silverhawk stuff. That's definitely some good stuff. So if anybody needs that, we definitely have that available
and
through.
On the rewatch or whenever anybody's watching this, if I take off and somebody wants to claim, just fill out that form and we'll have that for you too, guys. So this is probably the most expensive book that we have for tonight. This is going to be that Thundercats Apex #1. This is the metal premium, that Mark Spears metal premium. Clean. The metal books, some of the covers, in my honest opinion, are hit or miss. This cover with everything going on, it really pops in that metal right there. That's going to be $100. That's shipping will be included on that $100 price, and then we usually throw in an extra Dynamic Forces variant. So there you go. That's my most expensive book of the night. That's going to be the Apex Thundercats Apex #1 Mark Spears Premium Metal. And then these were like nobody ordered these, man.
Yo, he's such a cool character. Like
Yeah.
such a cool
That's awesome.
character.
All right, so hold on. Let's talk about this then for a second, right? Okay, both of these guys, this is the FOC incentive cover, ZE, $70, right? ZD, FOC incentive. So foil, non-foil, both are $70. Let's talk about this Apex. What do you think, right? Who do you think he is? What do you think's going on with him?
We
Is
already
that
we know who he is.
Yeah, we know who he is.
so? It's Lionel, but like, what's up?
Wow, why don't you just tell everybody and spoil it?
Well, we
I
know.
mean,
I'm
it is
sorry.
issues old. It is.
I
issues
know,
old.
but not everybody's. But
Well, that's why I said you're like, well, we know who he is. Okay.
well, I know, but we're trying not to spoil it for the entire people who haven't
You
read
should
it.
have been
but-
so
okay.
aggressive and said you knew who he was.
Well, I think you're also on issue 8. You said you're on issue 8, and you're like, "Who do you think he is?" Like, bro, we're on issue 12. I know who he is. Like,
Yeah,
what do you
it's
mean?
fine. I got a lot of stuff to read. I don't know how you read all that with the babies. I'll give you that much.
I don't know.
Turn and burn, bro. He
Yeah,
probably
dude.
just turns.
Yeah,
and
that's
burns.
true. That's
I
true.
take a lot of poops and I bring books with me in there.
I gotta work that poop schedule in there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
how do you think? My question is, how did he turn into that? Like,
I mean,
Like-
it seems like it's some kind of like a multiverse type situation, like a different Lionel. Maybe it's even a time. I mean, those are your two things that they usually are, right? Time travel
Yeah,
or multiverse. I mean, that's really the
Sure.
only options. Just depends on which one it is.
what's
yeah.
going on with his appearance? 'Cause it looks like he absorbed whatever Mumra's bit into him because he's just all mangled. He looks like
Yeah,
the mummy version, just Mumra.
Hmm.
yeah. Well, he's
Well,
got
the eye of
the eye,
Thundera.
yeah, stuck in his eye.
Yeah, which is a little wild looking.
We'll see. I know they got that other mini series coming out, Thundercats Lost, which that's the one I'm really interested in because it looks like that's going to deal more with like some other Thundercats that we don't know, like other ones like the I can't remember the newcomer, the girl, who was kind of the traitor,
Hmm.
but
It was pretty cool.
yeah, so she's going to take. It looks like she's kind of front and center as well as some other ones, which is awesome. Like I really liked. I guess this is kind of a spoiler. I'll try to without giving this away too much. I like what we found out about her and like her mission, who she's kind of working for.
Mhm.
The past issue, she's kind of like a special agent in a way, like secret agent kind of character. So yeah, I'm excited to meet more Thundercats, which is like a good thing and a bad thing because we're still only 12 issues in, and we really haven't had, besides Chitara and a little bit with Tiger and her series, you haven't really had any focus on like the main Thundercats too much. Like really like character strong into them. You're getting a little bit here and there.
Mhm.
That's why it would be cool to have some more mini series focusing on each one. But
Will we get a Panthro? series?
I hope so, dude. I'd love to see more about Panthro.
But you work for the company. Like,
Yeah,
I know
what,
you're
what
trying
do
to.
you mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Different
like, I would
department,
love.
dude. Different department. If I gave everything to you now, right?
Well,
Come on.
yeah, I think everybody
Come on.
deserves their
You didn't
own.
even know who
Everybody-
Apex was, dude. Why are we asking you? You didn't even know who
Now.
Apex was.
What
I
happened?
want I want a
Say
Wily
again?
Kid and Wily Cat. Like that's who I
Oh.
want.
Pitch
Mini
it. Pitch
series.
it. Here, so Thundercats Lost. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the next series.
yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be
That's
good.
cool.
It's good. I like what they're doing, man. I think it's really cool.
Oh wow.
It's fun stuff.
I'm excited. It's Bengali on there. Super
They're
cool.
gonna do some. They're definitely gonna do some cool stuff.
Gotta read that.
While
Now-
you're
now
still
you
while
can
you're
make
still
sure
trying to
that
make
we-
some sales tonight.
Yes. So guys, this is
Show
what we're
us
talking about.
the heavy.
before.
I'm talking when I say heavy. I want to see the heavy stuff. Show them the heavy stuff that you brought
All right. Well, okay.
for some people that really want to collect some rare stuff.
Well, there's
I'm
only
gonna
going to
put
be one of each here. If we're
I know,
talking
well,
rare,
I'm gonna
Mr.
put you on
Fry.
the big screen so people
Oh,
know what's
wow.
going on.
Wow, let's go. Okay, so we're on the big screen. Hit me with the big screen. Guys, these are going to be $250 a piece plus shipping. Shipping's probably about $10. These are all cover roughs. So Ken Hazer cover roughs.
Oh, hey, people.
You see this, guys?
Yeah.
Gargoyles, number 4. It's a cover rough. Right, they're all going to be $250 each. And we'll show you the other layout. How we had it. And I'll take this out of the bag, but you can see in comparison
Hmm.
how
Preliminaries,
he's
yeah. Preliminaries, and then like the rough. That's kind of like
yeah, so you can see how he's adding more, layers to the art.
You got all
This
the
is pretty cool.
Gargoyles stuff. So if anybody's a Gargoyles fan,
Oh, that series was gnarly too, and we also have that complete series for you.
oh, yeah.
There you go. And what we can do, guys. Oh, Paperweight, what's up, man? If there's anything that you guys are
Paperweight.
looking for that we offer, just shoot me.
My
an
buddy
email.
Donovan's in the chat.
What happened?
No, we just got put in another Instagram group chat. Just an inside joke now.
With Donovan
So
and
many
some
group
friends.
chats. So many group
Donovan.
chats. All right, so this is one of my favorite cover layouts here. This one and the next one, super cool. So this is for cover number 6.
Got
There, little
Goliath
battle.
battling
Yep.
like a this mech version of him, I guess. That's dope.
Bizarro Goliath.
Yeah.
That cover, and then this one's cool because it's split from like your vertical to your horizontal layout, but he also has multiple covers on this one. So this is cool because for the price of $250, you're going to get 2 cover roughs. Oh, I forgot about the next one too. Jeez.
I like sometimes when artists do that. Like you get the kind of a pencil version and then a completed version. Like there's sometimes
But this is cool because look, like you said, you get the pencils, but it's cover A and cover B, and it'll show you his process as he's kind of going through it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you got your nice little Spider-Man homage.
Mm-hmm.
So $250, also signed by Ken. And I lied to you. I said these two were probably my favorite, and then I see the next one. Yeah, well, that goes out the door. So this is your Hulk, Incredible Hulk 340 homage.
Of course.
I think that's pretty gnarly.
Oh yeah, man.
And that's a cover that you see that gets homaged all the time, right? That and
Mm.
15, 300, Spider-Man 1, and that little McFarlane.
Yeah.
So we got two more for you guys. And we can show some of those Silverhawk sets. And then, yeah. Whether we hang out or you kick me out, totally up to you guys, but I'm here.
No, man. I think the OA is definitely cool. The Mumras definitely awesome, and like Zach was talking about the Silverhawk stuff. It's see, man. There's so much. I mean, I used to love watching Gargoyles.
Dude, what a
You know.
great, this was such a great cartoon, man.
I rewatched Gargoyles when my son was born, and we were waking up like every night, feeding in the middle of the night and stuff. We turn on
Right.
Gargoyles and watched the whole series all over again.
Oh, this one's gnarly too. So this is issue number 10. So there you go. It's my last one here, guys. And you got Goliath.
Oh, it's
These
mainstay.
are your cover-ups, the layouts. They're $250 each. Got a handful. So if anyone's interested, please just fill out that form, make your claim. We'll make it happen for you. Please, if you're
Yep.
watching that rewatch, do not hesitate, guys.
Yeah, a lot of
Alright.
good stuff, man. Whether it's comics or OA, you can get it directly from Jeff at Dynamite Entertainment.
$250 each plus tariffs. We'll have Zach hand deliver it, newbie.
No, to avoid the tariffs.
That's right, and we'll have him hand deliver it. So,
Uh.
you know what? I have two other sets here. This is the ongoing, guys. A little Terminator 1 through 4. Right, $4.99 an issue. So do the math. Roughly about $20. And then we were talking about it. I had to bring some Space
Oh,
Ghost.
Space Ghost.
That's 1 through 9, $44.99. All cover A's, all high grade. And yeah, again, your LCS doesn't get it, sold out for whatever reason. You could always just rewatch this, follow that link, and go from there. All right, guys. And last but not least, this is some of the Mark Spears. Let's get some of those up there.
Man, I wish I loved Silverhawks because that's a dope cover.
The set is fire, man.
I do. I absolutely when I saw those, I was just like, man, I wish I loved Silverhawks as much as I love other series. To be honest.
And this one right here is probably the best seller. We have the whole set. I believe it's what, $40. This one's going for like 25 to 35 by itself.
Damn.
Yeah, $10 a piece. So I have five sets available, and this is probably one of the hottest books that we have right now. Yeah, people
So
just can't get
hot
enough
right
of Mark Spears, man.
Yeah,
Dude, yeah.
Mark's
He's
doing
like-
everything.
He's the new Peach Momoka, but with actual skills.
Oh, I'm
He's
gonna
the
take-
2024 Artist of the Year, basically.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. You know, I'm actually the latest Bird City should be coming in this week from him. That Bridezilla that they did the reverse cover for. I know that shipped this week, so looking
The
forward.
colors
to
on
getting
that one. The colors on that one are killer.
He's got a wild color palette, like the scheme that he uses, like the greens, the brights, everything just pops. Crazy.
Yeah. Pretty cool
Crazy
stuff.
stuff.
So,
I'm trying to think what else
but
do we have. Oh, they had a bunch of other. You know what? Let me dig into this other stash of books before I boogie. This was some new releases this week. Was it this
why don't
week?
you show us
Last
those
week?
dogs in the back? There's some cool looking dogs in the back.
Oh, what are these dogs?
The coolest thing ever. I'm waiting for a Stray Cats to come.
Wait, did you get these plushies?
No, I didn't. I missed it.
You missed it. I got a can of Spam.
I missed the
Oh.
Stray Dogs Kickstarter, unfortunately.
Oh, so
But it's because
Let's
I'm
see
not a
what else
dog
we
guy. I mean, I love the series. I love the 5-issue mini was amazing. I'll wait for Farrell and get all the cats.
did you get any of these?
Oh, dude, that's wild.
Your
Zootopia
little
1?
Say again?
Zootopia 1?
No, this is issue 2.
Oh, okay.
If you need a 1, I can get you a 1.
No. I'm just wondering whatever issue that was. That's dope. I like that cover. I love that movie. I can't wait for the second one.
So good.
Damn, they're making a second one. It's been like a long time. Huh? That movie came out a long time ago, right?
That's good. That's a good one. It's just funny. It's cute. Come on.
Of course.
Never heard
yeah.
of Thunder Dogs, but I've heard of Thunder Cats. Just say. That's true. It's got a point.
Ruby's got a
point.
cat. He knows about it. He knows what's up.
There you go. That's a good one.
Who's the writer? Jeff Parker, right?
Yes, Jeff Parker. Trying to see what else we got. A bunch of Thundercats going on here. Your Manic Thundercats. If you guys saw that.
Silverhawk. That thing is like.
That's Silverhawk. I'm sorry. The Thundercats right behind it. That's why. that reminds me of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it's also got like a Simpsons vibe to it. The big eyes.
like that's to me that's a Simpson-y thing, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
a
like-
that's a complete Simpsons thing.
and then I get like that Rick and Morty-ish. I actually like that a lot. I don't know why. That's super cool. And then what else do we have here? Some Powerpuff. Right. So Valentine Moi Moi Kissy Face special. Moi Moi Kissy Face special. You guys are into the Powerpuff Girls?
Bringing them.
Not really.
Well, you got 2 girls now. You got to expand your horizons,
Well,
Zach.
that's going to be a while before they get there.
Well,
and
You have a
make 'em
lot of
X-Men
Powerpuff
girls.
Girls. Okay.
Oh
that's-
hell yeah! There you go.
That's true. All right. So guys, that's what I got. That's what we got here for tonight. Real quick, I know Zach is she's
Yeah. What up? What's up with that?
I am, and Jeff Philly. No, I'm a Jets fan.
Rough year.
I know. I'm sorry about that. I've lost many years of my life. I have no affiliation to any team playing right this weekend. I just want to see a good game.
Mm.
Repeat would be legendary, but I am in a Philadelphia-based office where everyone here is a diehard Eagles fan. So I need to just watch what I say.
I mean, I'm kind of a being on this podcast for as long as I have. I've just grown to watch the Chiefs.
Hell yeah. That's my dog.
As we know, this is our 5th year. We're looking for 3rd Super Bowl for the 5 years that we've been doing this podcast. So,
Fourth Super Bowl.
well,
3-peat,
Four-
but fourth
well,
Super Bowl.
3P.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, since we've been doing the podcast,
Didn't
so,
we weren't doing the podcast when they won that first year?
So
Yeah,
2021.
Yeah, no, 20 was the COVID year, dude. Because that was when I met my wife. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I know what you're saying. All right. Yeah, because we
Mhm.
started.
How many
in-
Chiefs tattoos do you have, Zach?
None.
All right. How many Chiefs?
I have 2 tattoos on my body that I actually would probably get rid of if I could. Or not get rid of, but I would if I could
What?
do it over again, I wouldn't do it.
A tramp stamp.
I do have a tramp stamp. Yeah. It says Boner Garage right there. Just right there. This is all I'm getting it all out before we go to our new
What else?
network.
What else do you want to tell the people there, Zach? While we're still hanging out on the
I don't know if I can go
unprofessional
back from
side,
that
as we're
one.
going to call this.
Yeah. The final
I don't know.
Comic-Con
back.
uncensored. We're going to uncensored nerds, but this is uncensored Comic-Con podcast.
Uncensored, unfiltered.
Yeah. Red band. The red band.
Oh. Yeah, you better polybag this episode up. Let
Yep.
them know it's rated R.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I mean, at this point, tattoos, I'm kind of, I don't know. I don't think I'd get any more. And like I said, if I could do it again, I wouldn't have the ones I have.
Fair enough. I'm hooked, man. I'm so hooked.
Yeah.
When I hit
Yeah.
40, I freaked out. And Justin knows. And it also helps that one of my good friends / clients is a very, very successful tattoo artist. So he just does them for me. But yeah, I don't know. I hit 40, I freaked out, and now I'm like tattoo everything, any part of my skin you want.
You know what I forgot to tell you, Jeff? My barber actually has the cobra symbol here. Like,
Oh, that's wild. Yeah, no, stay away from the net.
it's all like it's the red cobra. It's pretty dope. I mean,
I was thinking CM punking it up on the other side, but it's with my Cap shield here, right? Obviously, the logical thing for Cap would be a Hydra logo, but I don't know if that'd be a good thing to rock on the shoulder, especially people busting my chops with my He-Man cross.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go see my guy soon. It's been far too long. I need to put something on my inner arm on my left side to kind of even out the right side because I have something here. I need something here, and my right side's done. My right side's done with all the superhero stuff that I have.
Are you gonna go more superheroes?
No, no, because I have like my Phoenix. I want to do another like probably an animal, probably like an owl. Like I've always loved owls, so
All
kind
right.
of where I'm going for that.
It's wise
I
of you.
thought you said owls because you like Tootsie Roll Pops.
Oh yeah,
And
Too many
three licks
The-
to get to the center. Yeah, always.
yeah.
I'm waiting for something silly from Zach.
Oh God.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're just hanging, man. If anybody wants to jump on, who's just kind of chilling in the chat, we'll send you the link. Let us know.
I do got that article.
Oh, you finally found the Chris Claremont that we can get back to that we started like 25 minutes ago.
Well, you guys were rambling and trying to sell Jeff's kidneys over there, so I just didn't say anything.
Can you claim that? Is that on the Dynamite thing?
I would sell a kidney to someone if they needed it.
That's awesome.
You sell it if they need it? What do you want?
Yeah, somebody's like, I need a kidney. I'll sell it to you. I'm not gonna donate it. Come on, I gotta make a couple bucks.
You can buy more OA, right? Because you're hooked on that too, right?
I am. Okay, so side note, I'm working on potentially buying. Send Donovan the link. What's that? Star Wars?
My Mandalorian 1, issue 1, page 1.
So there's a Scar Jay Lee cover that Nick has that I kind of want, just because I really like Scar from Lion King. What was the last piece I got? Last piece of OA I purchased was a couple Detective Comics pieces. After I got the Green Lantern piece, I'm sorry, the Blue Beetle Green Lantern, the Guy Gardner piece from you.
Yep.
Nick's show on The Experience on Fridays, which is an insane art show. He had some crazy pieces up. I'm still trying to figure out what is Celsius.
So it's like degrees, but in Canada. So. Ching, dad jokes.
You're gonna have a soundboard when you guys go.
God.
I might update and just have like wow or like just
Yeah, like a boy.
yeah, dude. I'm gonna upgrade the game. I think I need to.
I like that.
I think it's time.
I like that.
Just gonna have douche like in the middle of the podcast. You know, just it's time, dude. Now it's unfettered. I can do whatever I want. So okay. So this article.
High Republic pages. So that's it. So you're pouring up your High Republic pages to Wookiee?
Is it?
Is
I sold him one at one point. I bought a few, and then he got some. He got one of mine. So
what's crazy? I wish I could take this camera and go into the other room. He's got so much. I don't even want to know. Over there. What's this up here?
What the hell is
so
this
much
thing?
art.
Zach, what's
Sculpture Vulture?
Thank you.
Sculpture Vulture.
Should I just go ask him, see if he's got anything we can share?
No. You're done. You're done with your
my time slot.
No. You're fine. We're just hanging. But
we're just hanging with Mr. Cooper, dude. So
I like
awesome, cool stuff at Dynamite. Shit.
Mark Curry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else we have coming out that we can. I mean, we have the Herculoids. Never.
Oh, that's right. That was announced. Yep.
Yeah. Never in on that. Wacky Races.
Beetlejuice.
Say again.
No, it's just Tim said, "Why are you saying my name? Say it 3 times and it'll show up."
I never got behind Herculoids, but I give it a shot. I think that was a little bit before my time.
Never had heard of it. Never.
But you'll read it. I mean, you read everything.
Yeah, I might check it out. I'm not into like a lot of that IP. Like, not that I'm not into, because that sounds like negative. But if I don't have like if I don't have the nostalgia with it, like I won't. I mean, it's not that I won't check it out, but like I will say, Silverhawks. I never watched Silverhawks. I don't know anything about Silverhawks, but I did check it out because I knew it was, it was my era. I just never watched it. And it's cool. I enjoyed the issue 1. Like, I'll keep reading.
When I heard about birds in space, I was like, I'm in on this. Hawks?
Like, I won't read Lilo and Stitch. I really was a big fan of Johnny Quest, like the cartoon. I might go back and pick that up. I liked Johnny Quest a lot.
I'll send you a current run, and we'll throw in a Space Quest if you want. I mean, I do work for the company.
We can talk. I'd like to have less stuff, so actually don't send me anything.
Wow, it'd probably be easier if I get you digital copies.
Yes, perfect. Or
Done.
You can send physicals and we can do like a giveaway or something like that. Would be better. But I don't want any physical. But thank you
for a Spotify collaboration.
Boom.
There we go. We'll do something like that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's going on, Mr. Paperweight Collects?
Donovan.
Bro, yo, straight up, for like the first couple minutes, I'm like, oh shit, I'm actually in the stream. I thought I was still backstage.
Oh, no.
Like that.
He's here, bro.
Bro, what the fuck is Donovan? All right? Fuck your inside jokes and all this bullshit.
I don't know what it was. That was all new from.
It was
Justin.
just like a name that came. It was like the first thing that I could think about that wasn't, Greg, right? It wasn't just like an easy name. And I was just like, what could I call Paperweight? That's just like random. That's, because all you guys up in Canada have like Gerlando and Newbie.
Jean Paul.
Yeah,
But
you're
what
all
the-
like,
What are you talking about? What do you say? First of
Luc-
all, Quebec
Luc
is
de
like its
Fleur,
own
Luc de
thing.
Fleur, and like
Okay,
you know,
Quebec is its own thing. I don't recognize that as Canada, and I'm trying to become an American. You guys know this, okay?
like
Your accent sounds very American. I was going to say you don't sound Canadian right
it's
now.
like a
Hey,
dog with peanut butter
I-
in the roof of his mouth. You know? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, Jeff, I don't know. I've heard that before, but I don't know what that means. Like people always assume I have like an accent, but I don't know. This is how
I feel like it's a little bit heavier. Like with the other Canadian gentlemen, when I met them and hear their voices, it's just very. I can hear
French
the accent.
Canadian. They're
Yeah.
like barely men.
Oh,
Damn. Do you say a boot or do you say about?
Zach, come on now, bro.
I don't
Come on.
remember. I don't know.
About
I mean, no
bro.
judgment.
About
he said they're barely men.
about. I don't know about a boot. About though, dude.
About.
I've ever explained this to you guys. That's like an East Coast thing. Like Canadians do not. That's like a Newfoundland. Like no Canadians say a and all that shit like you hear. That's not. That's like,
what are you talking about? That's all Greg's.
Dude, Terrence and Phillips. I know about Terrence and Phillip, bro.
But when you say a, it's not like how you see it in movies where it's like a, like this exaggerate. People are like, like what's good, eh? Like it's not like.
I've seen Strange Brew. I've
Strange
watched
Brew.
John Candy movies. It's all Kit Canada stuff, man.
Canada's whack. But
You-
how about these guys? Uncensored nerds move.
man.
Congratulations, fellas.
There's our guy. Justin's got an email, probably, right?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I'm reading it right now that I cannot say, but
They got big time on us, Greg.
I know.
Forward
I
to me.
just spoiled
Real
that.
quick.
I tried to. What is it when you kind of shift gears? What is that called? Not transition. I don't know. There's
Dude,
like
we're
a
not
term.
transitioning, bro.
No,
Yeah.
not like that. No, we don't do that. I'm trying to say, what's that word when you kind of ease into like the next top segue? I was trying to
Segue.
segue before I got canceled for bashing my shithole country, but
All of a sudden, your
Yeah,
internet's just like
Your
turned
paper
off. dude.
quality, though. You know what it is? It's the trees that they gather the syrup from.
Yeah, it's
Once
the
they're
syrup.
done, they harvest the wood as well, and that's how the paper
Yeah,
gets going.
that's true. That's true.
maple syrup is delicious though.
It's
oh
ingrained.
yes, I always ask for that when you guys come down, and I
You
always
can
get
get it there. It's low key actually great if you need to like up your calories and you're not hungry because it's super like calorie rich.
Mm.
And like for like carbs and everything, like I put it in so much shit when I have to just get all my calories in.
But the
You
ones that
guys-
like the one that Newbie brings me is so much better than buying at the store, like any kind, or even at like a
I'll
farmer's
bring some
market.
then. I'll bring you some then, like, cause I'm like I'm surrounded by farms, so there's tons of like people make it right there, 100% pure. But yeah, that's crazy though. You should be able. I'm sure there's stuff from Canada that ends up in the U.S. Maybe not at the moment, but yeah, no doubt. That's one of the good things. I guess
Sounds
we
like
got.
fentanyl.
That's
That thinny.
They might treat him that way if he's smuggling maple syrup into the country.
Oh, they
Straight-
bring me everything, bro. They bring me chips and candy,
Dude.
cookies.
dude. I'm telling you, when I saw
We're gonna have to get Justin the booth that maple syrup.
I'm telling you guys, I saw at Terrificon. I'm bringing all the chips to sell. That shit will fly. I can't believe how many people go ape shit over that. Like I had no
Just
idea.
have a booth.
Trade it for
Yeah.
books, dude. Trade it for
It'll
books.
cover.
Swap.
I'll have like a line.
Ketchup
bigger
chips
than-
for a Hulk 181.
How many ketchup chicks for a Hulk 181? What's the currency value here? Exchange
Our-
rate.
Exchange rate, yeah.
Our dollar keeps dropping, so let's not even get into that.
Hey,
That's
so
why
uncen-
That's why
uncensored-
you're working.
I meant to say this when we were talking about Captain Planet earlier. And Uncensored Nerds just mentioned it as well. Dude, one of the variant covers where he's got the beard, bro, he looks awesome. Like Captain Planet always kind of looked like a tool in the old cartoons, but he's all like broed out with the
He's
the
aged.
beard.
He's aged a little bit.
Dude, he looks great.
Captain Planet came out originally when, like 94, 95, like
Sounds
when?
right.
Oh yeah, like,
Like,
that.
it's
Oh
just
dude,
called-
yeah, this cover looks dope. All right.
The
Right?
bearded one.
Captain
Yep.
Planet came out in
Yeah,
94,
dude.
right? He was trying to save the world from pollution. I can hear the song in my head, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you don't hear about him for 20 years. At least the beard, right?
Yeah.
If that was me, I'd have like a loincloth like He-Man too. Like that's a long time.
Did you watch? Does anyone watch Rick and Morty? Did you ever see like the episode where they do? It's like the version of Captain Planet, but it's like what's her name, Captain Tina or something, and so it's like a female Captain Planet, and it's like the kids where they were all kids when they had the rings, but they're grown up now, they're adults, and they're like pieces of shit, and they're like using her, and they're making her like go to cons and like promo stuff, and then Morty falls in love with her and steals the rings and like kills them all. It's so awesome, dude. It's like it's such a great episode. So good.
So good. We got a connecting cover with all of the kids, and well, they're probably adults now, right? And then Captain Planet coming out in the middle. That's I think the Jay Lee one with like the trees around them as he's growing from Mother Earth.
I'll probably check it out. That sounds. I'm interested. Is it? Do you know much about the story? Is it future? Is it like 20 years later? Is that what it is?
I don't, but if I had to make a guess, I would think it would be aged up a little bit, a couple of years past.
That'd be cool.
Pollution running rampant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Paperweight, what's going on, man? Thanks for jumping on. What's the good new with you?
I just came back from the gym not long ago. I had to double up though because I had like a school board meeting as well. So I'm like at the gym, headphones in, like not having the camera on, not having the mic on, and whenever I had to speak, I would like run to the washroom and just start like yelling. But yeah, man, came home. I was probably gonna hit the sauna. But yeah, man, just chilling. How about you guys? To be honest, and I just wanted to come on and just kind of support because I know you guys made that move. You're going head to head with Kill Tony. Like that's ballsy to do that on a Monday night. Today's Monday, right? Yeah, Monday night. Yeah.
Well, we figured, we'd give him a run
I'm
for his
assuming
money.
the other 100,000 plus people are watching Kill Tony. And not
I was gonna show up like Heidi, but
the-
I'm at work.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on the Monday nights. But hey, did you? I know we haven't because I was off IG for a while. Did you end up picking up that Batgirls trade?
No, not yet. Just because I kind of have this not rule. I started this thing with my daughter, and I picked it up from, I don't know if you're into the PBD podcast, Patrick Bet-David. He had this thing where he talked about using like reading as like a monetary thing. So my daughter's like an avid bookworm. So I made her a deal that every like 3 novels she reads, like read 3, get 1 free. So she's she's blasting this 3rd one. And that includes graphic novels too. Like she loves like the comic graphic novels and full on novels. So she's got like a stack of books. So I want her to get through that. And then I'm going to throw in like those as like the free ones. But I took your advice. I am going to do that.
Cool.
How old is she?
My daughter's 8.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
It's my worst fear, dude, is that my kids won't want to read. That's like my worst. It's
They
like
love it.
my worst fear. Like I don't care if they get into hard narcotics, but if they don't read,
Crazy.
It's where I draw the line.
Too. She's working on a speech too, like about why it's important to read. And I just had to like tweak the language because I know Canadians are a little foolish, but when she would use words like should, I'm like, don't dictate to people. Say this is why it's a good idea. So I'm trying to help her with like her language in that sense. Because I hate any type of like authority like that. So I'm trying to tell her don't dictate to people, like suggest things, but I wouldn't worry about that, bro. I'm telling you, like I know you're a father as well. I guess I have a little bit more experience in the terms of the age of my daughter being 8 and my son being 4. The biggest advice I can give people is like I always say, don't outsource parenting to like devices. Like my kids still don't own any devices.
yeah,
They don't have iPads. They don't get phone. They don't get none. And they're not missing it. Like when parents think it's like they're not missing out on shit. They don't know any different.
Yeah.
they're missing out on negative shit. That's what.
Yeah,
they're
yeah. So it's like my daughter's still enamored by so much stuff around her that like I don't even care. Like of course in schools now they have more like iPads and computers, but just introduce like the coloring books and the books and they'll be fine, bro.
Yeah.
They'll be fine.
That's what we were talking about the other day, Zach.
Yeah.
We did a lot of like sensory time with Miles because he's 6, he'll be 7, and then I got a 3-year-old. We got another brand new baby on the way, but
Oh, God bless.
like, thank you, man. You try to limit, like iPad, legit. I have one. You don't get it. What you can play is we'll play the Switch because he's old enough to play some Mario games, right? I mean, I was playing that when I was like 4.
Exactly.
right? But
I just introduced that too with the kids, like the PlayStation 5. Like obviously it's a little bit more of an advanced system for their age, but
Sure.
they're addicted to like me playing like Astro. I can't believe like I am so again, like I kind of gauge things like I'm pretty like business creative savvy in a sense. Like I really pay attention to what kids gravitate to. And the fact that my kids are so insanely in love with Astro, I'm shocked there's not more merch and things about like just Astro. Like every time we go to a store, they're always asking about Astro items.
Really?
And
Wow.
that game is so fucking good. And like my son is addicted to cars. This is the first thing that took his attention away from cars. Like now he wants like an Astro birthday and Astro toys, and it's crazy to kind of watch that. So I always say like look at the kids to kind of see what kind of gets their attention, and then kind of follow that. So to me, it's like yeah, I'm high on Astro right now. Like first toy drops I'd be picking up, like things like that.
All right.
my
Cool,
guys
man.
play GI Joes.
That's cool too.
Yeah, my guys, all about GI Joes,
Mhm.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
Legit, the stuff that we grew up watching, right?
Yeah.
That's what I have around the house. It's
it
kind of
still
tough.
holds up. It still holds up. Like my
Oh,
kids
no,
love like the
absolutely.
animated series. They watch like all the old shit. Of course, my daughter watches some newer stuff, but I'll wake up Saturday and she's got like Batman the animated series on and shit.
Oh yeah, we can't get there yet because my little guy gets too aggressive.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, my daughter's more stable.
Wait, you know,
My son is a terror. So yeah.
Scared of me.
Yeah,
It's your
well,
son.
he's 3 years old.
Hmm?
And then just punch you.
Yeah.
You know, he's not bad, man. Justin's seen it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That happens a lot over the house of the bosses.
They're boys,
Yeah.
man. Boys just got to get their energy out. That's the thing. Like people
Yeah.
think they're wild, but we are wild by nature. Like they're sitting in a classroom. They need to be like climbing trees and like running into walls instead of just like kind of sitting around. So it's natural. It's normal.
So I got an article.
Yeah, we're finally getting back to the article.
I've
My
literally
bad.
brought it
Sorry,
up like
fellas.
3 times, and you guys. Just
I
keep
know.
talking over me. So
Well,
it's like
it's a
I've
segue.
literally just gonna,
Segue.
I'm just gonna
Talked
kill
about it
myself.
before.
Probably just kill
It's
myself.
the weave. It's the weave.
On
Welcome back.
screen. I'm gonna just do it, dude. I'm just gonna blow my brains out. So
No,
anyway,
can't say
Okay.
that. Not on YouTube.
not on YouTube. Yeah. Okay, so coming over from the X-Men universe. So Chris Claremont had like I don't know where this came from. Like let's see what it says here. He was speaking about something. I'm going to paraphrase it. I'm not going to read the whole quotes. Anyway, he's talking about X-Men. And he goes on to kind of, in a nutshell, he's basically saying, oh, sorry, this is during a panel at CCXP 2024. He's speaking about the relationships mutants have with society. So he says the challenge is to see themselves at the school as minorities. He says he sees them as dozens of kids, young people living together, but looking on themselves as ordinary people. Yeah, they have abilities, and he likens it to like people who are musicians. They see themselves as like, oh, well, that's a musician. Yeah, we have powers. But they don't objectively see themselves as a minority. And he kind of elaborates this on a little bit more. Like, so I'll give you an example. He talks about Nightcrawler. So he says, Nightcrawler is the most dynamic, non-human physicality in the team. But his attitude is, I am the person God made. Who am I to argue with God? I'm just going to live my life like a normal guy, see what happens next. Yes, he used to hide the way he looked because he's not stupid. Blue skin, 2 fingers, 2 toes, tail. Definitely make you stand out in the crowd. It took Logan to challenge him to take off the mask and be a normal person and see if anybody else notices to get him to do it. But other than that, he just tried to live a normal, cool life as someone who loves acting, who's a theater performer, and who's a stuntman. So he goes on to say, that is the way you should look at these characters. Not as characters, not as objective concepts, but as ordinary, normal, really cool people. The rest of it falls into place, but you can look around this room at the people around this table. Blah, blah, blah. This doesn't make any sense here. But anyway, so he's kind of saying like, he goes on to kind of talk about how he tells people don't put yourselves into this and don't use the X-Men as your agenda to kind of like push your agenda. They're normal people. Don't read into it a little bit too much. So it's kind of like hit on some obviously kind of topics that are like I've seen a couple posts on Instagram. People are getting a little fiery about it all. Obviously there has been, this isn't like I don't want anyone to come across as this being like a derogatory comment, but it definitely, we've talked about it on the podcast previously in the past couple of years. The X-Men have definitely appealed to like the LGBT community a lot more in the past couple of years. And it seems like they have tried to latch onto this as like, these are their heroes. And it sounds like
Claremont's kind of saying, don't do that. Like, that's not what they are. They're not here to represent you or your minority. They don't see themselves as a minority. So, like, in that aspect. So you can see the way, and obviously how society is these days, like where this is all going, right? So like the right is like, yes, and the left is like, you're trying to erase it, and he's an old guy. And like,
Yeah.
It's so funny though, because like I agree. Like, I think Chris Claremont, he's a great guy, and he's the most influential X-Men writer of all time. But if you ever talk to him in real life, it's a little weird. As most creatives are. But look, I mean, if this guy's telling you, this is so funny. Sorry, I'm kind of like thinking out loud here. It's so funny. Like, remember when everyone was like, "Oh, the writer told you Mystique was bisexual," and they're like, "Okay, well, yeah, that's what he meant to do." And then now he's telling you this, and they're like, "Well, we don't want to agree with that. We won't agree with what he says here. We'll agree with what he says here." So, I don't know, man. Interesting stuff. It's causing a lot of like uproar right now in the X-Men community online, but I don't know. I find it interesting because it's obviously
The
X-Men.
guy who saved the X-Men, right? I mean, you're gonna listen to anybody. Listen to the guy who saved the X-Men.
All the
Now-
influential storylines are from this dude.
But we wouldn't even be here. They
Yeah.
were getting ready to cancel the X-Men.
It was a dead property. Yeah.
Yeah, with your reprints, and we're gonna talk about this. Listen to the guy who saved the X-Men.
Yeah.
And as far as Bluey talk goes, we were talking about Bluey. That's Nightcrawler's nickname.
Yeah.
So
We don't want to get into that. We're not going to get into it.
there you
Gonna
go.
bring on-
Bluey talk.
I want to bring on someone who's never been
That's
on.
a common thing too, though.
Jumping on here for a minute. Wanted to
Yes.
ask for it. My buddy Wookie, all the way out in Cali. What's going on, Wookie? How are you?
Not much. Can you hear me good?
Yeah. You sound good. Look good. We're all set. Thanks for jumping on, man.
Always worried with my laptop here.
No, you're good.
Yeah, just enjoy the show. Ready for you guys to switch. Had to like hijack my wife's Spotify, but that's okay.
All good, man. That's what it's all about. So yeah, whether it's us or whoever, the other podcasts and Tim's stuff with what he's got. So definitely check it out. So
Yeah, that would be. I'm interested to see what you guys have.
There's a lot of benefits to Spotify, man. Even in the paid, and obviously you can do the free stuff, but even the paid are worth it. Like you can get the family plan, which I think allows you up to like 6, and then you get audiobooks and podcasts and all ad free. I think you get like 18 hours, maybe
That's
maybe
what my
more than
wife
that.
has. Yeah, she has the
Yeah.
premium or whatever.
Yeah. That's what I got. It's great. So
Nice.
it's worth it.
speaking of 6, oh my God, we're bringing one other person in.
There he is. There's my ex.
Hey,
Adam.
everybody.
So, Mr. Tim, how are you too? I see his shirt on. Let me see that shirt. What you're wearing, Tim? What do you got?
Mm.
Oh, look at that. He's got a
Ooh.
Comic-Con podcast shirt.
I bet you don't have any pants on, do you?
I have pants on.
Oh,
It's just around my ankles right
Yes,
now.
moving.
Wookie, you got
Around
all the Wookie. Is that all the OA in the back? I gotta ask.
That's some of it. Yeah, that's not all of it, but that's some stuff from the old Republic run from Dan Parsons
Yeah,
And-
the Dark Horse. Nice, man. That's awesome.
and Decima. And I got some of the stuff that you gave me on the other side over here, or I purchased from you a little
Wow.
bit. My room right now is like a total disaster because I've just stacked stuff for like the last 6 months. And said I was going to do it over the summer and organize it, and well, it's still stacked.
That's what I got, man. I still gotta get the Mandalorian framed. I still gotta get my Ahsoka from that we did last year framed.
Right,
like,
right.
I got so much stuff that needs to get professionally framed. So that's where I'm at.
If
None
your
of
room
mine
isn't a
are
disaster, are
professional.
you even collecting? That's kind of the question.
None of mine's professional, just kind of throwing in there myself. So I should do it the right way. But
It's always nice the way the way I've always done it is getting the OA with like the page or the cover.
right.
Like it's just that's just such a cool look. So
Hoping to
Um,
get some more here. Dan's got a bunch of the old that stuff, so I just gotta go through some more. He's coming back up to Northern California in May, so I'll probably do it then.
yeah, and I definitely need to meet him at one point. See what he's got.
He was out at Baltimore Con. He's originally from the Baltimore area, so he was.
I
out-
know. You know what? I think when you told me that, I completely forgot that he was there. That was like that was the one problem. So
probably 2 years ago, I think. So
yeah.
yeah,
And I go every year, so I'm surprised I didn't see him when I did. So
they need to have more cons during the summer, so when I'm off, I can get out there
hmm.
because Everything's, more during the school year. And as a teacher, it's hard to like say, hey, I have 2 months off, but I want a couple extra days to go to a comic convention. They frown on that a little bit.
Oh, of course.
Weird.
I wonder why.
Say you got COVID, man.
Real quick, guys. I got to split at the end of my extremely long day. Zach, Justin, thank you guys for having me. I
Yeah, man,
appreciate
always.
you. Love you both. More importantly, congratulations, guys. Big move. Really excited for what you guys are going to do on Spotify, and it couldn't happen to better people. So thank you for
Thanks,
having me,
man.
gentlemen.
Appreciate
And
it.
I shall speak with you guys tomorrow.
Cool. Drive safe, dude.
Everybody be well. Have a great night.
Peace.
Later, bro. Yeah, fellas.
Later,
I
man.
gotta
Thanks
get
for
to my
jumping on.
friends both to die. I appreciate it though. Congrats as well, guys. I'm out. Later.
Later,
Thanks,
Donovan.
man. Talk to you soon.
He didn't catch. He didn't even catch the later Donovan comment.
Oh, I didn't. I missed
See you,
it.
Donovan.
So, Tim, what's going on? Thanks for jumping on as well.
You said what's going on?
Yeah, man. You get
Nothing much,
for
man.
anybody who wants to see the craziest.
Nope.
He's
Dude,
gone.
He
Bye-bye.
didn't like that you said what's going on. You were in his business. He didn't
Oh,
appreciate
well.
it. He got out of there.
Hey, I'm gonna take off too. I just want to jump on real quick. Say congratulations for the show. Look forward to the like I said, the new thing, and I will let you guys go and continue watching. Go eat dinner with my wife because we're a little earlier out here.
Oh,
yeah,
of
man.
course. Well,
Yeah.
thanks, Wookie. And
Appreciate it,
you
man.
know, it's always
Always dinner, brother.
when you get out here at some point. You know, we've
Yeah.
always talked like
We're back. I'm back there quite a bit. Usually the problem is it's just always in a hurry.
Yeah.
I can't travel across the country and tell my daughter that I'm going to take off. It's a little harder to, but I will do it one day. If you were closer to South Jersey, it'd be easy.
Believe me, it's Jersey's so small, man. Whenever you're here, just let me know. Like, I would absolutely make it. It's
Go hunting for a
from
while.
here
whatever.
to wherever she's like down in
She's
Stockton.
like 10 minutes from Delaware, 10 minutes, she's at that bottom corner.
It's like an hour and a half. It's fine. We're all good. I've
We'll
done.
do it. We'll do it.
I go down to like that Blackwood area,
Right.
Gloucester County. Like I go down there like every now and then. So believe me, whenever you're here, just let me know, and I'll obviously make the trip.
I know I can never find any Star Wars books anymore.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, thanks again. Good luck.
Absolutely.
man.
Take care,
Thank
Wookie.
you.
Zach.
Later, bro.
Later.
Thank you.
Dude, sorry, man. You were talking to me and something happened. It fucking rebooted the page and kicked me off.
Yeah. You just Zach said you didn't want to because I asked you what's going
Yeah,
on.
he doesn't like personal questions, dude.
Nothing much, man. Just fucking chilling. 2 little kids, so they got me running ragged.
That happens, man.
Yep.
It happens. So what's new with you with 2025? I haven't seen you since what? New York Comic Con, right? That was the last time we saw you. Chatted.
Yeah.
We saw him. It was New York Comic Con.
When we were eating hot dogs at that bar, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Greatest place
Yeah.
ever.
I'll be
No,
seeing
yeah.
you guys a bunch this year, I'm sure.
You coming down for? You're coming to King Kong.
I'll be there.
Cool. Zach's still deciding if he's coming.
That's going to be a game time decision. I got to figure out how to make
All
that
good. It's
swing.
all good.
See if we can make it that the wife can handle the 3 kids on her own for about a day and a half, then maybe I can make it happen, but we'll see.
See who's there.
So
Get them on the train and bring them to Jersey.
yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to bring 2 newborns and my son who's a lunatic on a train.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bring them on the Acela. That thing is super fast.
Does it go to DC?
It does.
Yeah.
It goes DC to Newark Penn Station.
Yeah, it's like 3 hours. Well, actually, yeah, to where I'm at, because that's usually where I get on. Is I get on a Metro Park, so it's like 3 hours to go from here to DC.
Pretty good.
I like the train. I mean, I love the train, but I did look at some times and stuff, and they weren't awesome. It might honestly would maybe be more convenient to just drive since I got to get in and get out kind of type thing. So I would prefer to take the train for sure.
Yeah, dude. Just take
Well,
it.
listen, man. If you can make it, you can make it. We both know you got a lot going on, so
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm
that.
shocked you're even doing as much as you do with all the stuff you got going on.
Bro. Work is crazy right now too. Thank God for the paternity leave. It's kind of saving me a little bit from
Wow, he took paternity.
dude. I get 60 days, man, and I get to use it throughout the whole year. So like
Nice,
I
good.
don't have to use it all at once. So I just like piecemeal it out, which is awesome.
It's important, man. I mean, these kids are gonna grow up one day, and you're not gonna be able to use it again. So use it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's dope. So I'm excited for your new venture, guys. This is gonna be cool.
Yeah, we are too. You know, it's awesome to kind of be. I think the thing that's going to be really good is to be part of like a network or like a team, like a group of people, you know. So, and there'll be other people doing kind of, you know, it's like you do the YouTube game, right? Or we'll just say YouTube, even though that's not really what we were doing. But it's almost like if you wanted to be, this isn't the case anymore, but if you wanted to be like successful YouTube, you had to do a little bit of everything, right? Top 10s, weekly reads, statues, omnis, you had to do it all. But like, come on, man. Like, I mean, nobody want to do all that. So it's nice. A lot of the other guys coming on the Uncensored Nerds, besides whatever Tim Uncensored Nerds was doing before, which was awesome. The other guys that are coming on are do their own thing as well. So it's like there's not a lot of, you know, cross pollination or like overlap going on with us and them. We all have our own kind of things. Obviously, Justin and I are like the reader guys, and it's going to be good, man. It's going to be a really, really good team, I think. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let them let everybody do what they're passionate about, and then you don't have to fake it or whatever.
Yeah.
Just do it to do it. That's good.
Yeah.
They got statue guys on that channel?
Probably not. It's hard to do like with a podcast. It's hard to do statues.
Dude,
I guess
That-
Spotify now has the
does
video
have the
now. Yeah,
video.
there's a
So I
video.
mean, the video will still be there, but it's
Yeah.
not as, you know,
I'm Josh, and
prolific as.
the statue game is crazy right now.
You want to come? You
It's
want
so
to?
expensive.
You want us to put a word out? You want to be the statue guy on Uncensored
No,
Nerds?
no, thanks, bro.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
No, thanks, dude. Yeah, it's crazy right now. Everything is so expensive, and there's so many companies. There's so much product.
Yep.
The secondary market, like everybody trying to dump their statues, is like nothing selling. Like people are finally realizing, oh man, I'm stuck with all these. It's like, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
you're stuck with them until you get tired enough that you sell them to me, and I'll just buy them from you. So
Are you out there just creeping on the secondary market? Just
I'm
for like,
patiently waiting for the stuff that I really want. There's,
Yeah.
you know, there's probably 5 or 6 pieces that, you know, have escaped me, but I'm waiting, and I know it's gonna come eventually, you know.
yeah.
So, but yeah, that game's it's too much, man. It's too much to keep up with. So better leave the statues to, you know, other people.
Yeah. Nah. I don't know. I mean, they're cool, but that was never my thing. Like,
I get it.
bought the one, sat there, and I was like, let me get rid of this. And I made a little bit of money on it, but got rid of it. It was the best statue. I mean, that Batman Who Laughs was a sick piece, but
I get it. Yeah, I mean, you know, it either does something for you or it doesn't.
yeah.
I know that Justin got into it. He got the bug.
I got the bug, and I got the custom bug.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 customs, and I'm waiting for a 4th. I have no room.
I fought the Iron Studios bug, like the Iron Studios diorama with X-Men. Like that was, I almost got back into it for that because those are really, really cool. And yeah, but then I thankfully I think I was moving at the time, and I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Like,
I mean, it's a
don't
good
do
way
it.
to waste $7,000.
Yeah, yeah, no, that was the other thing. Like, oh, I don't know. So.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
But and honestly, I'm glad because luckily yours. I mean, the girls don't come down there, right?
They come down here all the time.
Do they? And are they good with them? They don't like mess with them, or
They don't touch anything.
dude, my son would be like the worst. He would be the
No,
worst.
man, my
Oh,
girls,
yeah, your
my
son's
girls they're soldiers when they come down here. They don't do none of that stuff.
Dude, this dude runs amok, bro. He just like picks things up and then throws them for no reason. Like, hell no,
No.
dude. He stood on top, Justin, the slabbed TMNT book. He pulled it off like that, and then I saw him like standing on it, and I was like, "Bro, what are you doing? Stop standing on that!" Like, it's not.
Well,
crack,
you're gonna start seeing the difference. Having daughters is very different.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever seen Tom Segura talk about this?
mm-mm.
Oh, he's like his nieces
The comedian?
come over and they just yeah.
Yeah.
He's like my nieces come over and they just sit in a room and color patiently, and then I'm looking for my kids and they're like putting things in the mailbox. Just like the stark contrast difference
Yeah.
between boys and girls.
Of
Oh,
course.
man.
You're
So
gonna
what
love
else? What other cons are you going to go to this year? You're going to do Terrificon again?
Yeah, Terrificon's awesome. I'll probably do Terrificon.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could bring the girls to that one. That's a little bit of a drive for them.
Oh yeah, yeah. What's that for you? Like 3?
3 hours.
On a good day, 3 hours.
I mean, that's like if I have to. I mean, like if I get one a year, that's it. I mean, that's the one I'm already trying to figure something out to make sure that we'll be at that one. But
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying. I think that one's probably the chillest.
it's just it's most bang for your buck in terms of like, especially with like what I'm interested in, which is hanging out and having fun, so like being at the casino and all that. And, I mean, we've talked about
Accessibility.
it.
It's like you never have to walk around like
Yeah,
it was.
dude.
Like you
You're
don't have
there
to
and
go
you're
to
there.
hotels to find people. Everyone's in the same hotel. like,
Exactly.
in the casino the entire time.
Yeah.
Run into everybody. It's not
Yeah,
like,
New York Comic Con's gotten it's gotten a little hectic. I've been going for like steady for the last 10 years, and it's just I feel like it's getting worse and worse. It's getting more and more like just noise. There's no substance really. It's just like a lot of noise.
It felt to me, and I don't know if this was like an off year. I don't know. You guys will have to tell me because I know Justin's been going for like the past 10, 12 years also. So like with San Diego, as you like walk up to San Diego, there's stuff in installments like in the blocks leading in. Like there's a ton of things there. I remember one year there was like a big Jack Ryan, like they had like a whole like lot, like like a block open. They had like things set up. There was a lot more outside the con and like activities and like promotion type stuff. And obviously New York's more congested than San Diego, but I mean not downtown San Diego, like where it's at, it's pretty congested as well. But yeah, it definitely San Diego feels more. It's more of a show. Like
yeah. I think the problem is so like at the Javits Center, like where we walk in, right? Like if you not through the main doors, but through that side, like when that side entrance, right? And everyone's kind of hanging out, and also like where the food trucks are. They used to have things there, like there used to be big setups there. But I think the problem was the big issue was people would complain that there's not enough places to eat because there's only those like there's like those two.
That's insane.
cafes.
It's New York City.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, but if you really want to like leave, so people were like, I don't want to have to leave and then have to come back. So I think that was the big thing. So that's why they started more recently. They've been doing the food trucks because when I look back and see like my albums on like Facebook and like all the pictures I used to take, it's not like that anymore. Like it's just like completely different. And even even like directly across the street would have things, but then things get built up. So that's why they don't do.
Right. I mean, you can't have
like
open lots.
Movie, yeah, exactly.
Manhattan,
Yeah.
Or,
like the real estate is like
never stops here. Yeah.
That area underneath, Justin, right there by like where the food trucks are. There's like that. It's like underground or not underground, but it's like underneath. Why don't they do anything in there? What I never really walked under.
That's all food trucks. That entire
it's
area.
all the whole way in there. Okay, because I only saw a couple, so it goes.
And before the food trucks underneath there. It was like really just for all the photographer cosplayers.
Cosplay, yeah.
Gotcha.
That's where that is. But yeah, now it's
now cosplay took that whole entrance.
Yep.
Like cosplay stopped going all the way down there, and they're just like, I'm not going to move from here. Everybody's going to come in and see me. It's like, oh, geez.
It was cool.
Cosplay's pretty cool though.
It was cool, man. I mean, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one I liked better. Definitely San Diego was more crowded than New York. The time I went, the 2 times I've gone, but it was like nut to butt in there. And obviously we didn't go on Saturday to New York, so I'm sure it would have been horrendous.
Nut to butt sounds like a great time.
Dude, tell me about it. Tell me about it. So
I missed that. I can't even tell you what a Saturday is like at New York anymore.
Oh, it sounds miserable.
It's the absolute worst. Yeah, it's like you're literally just standing shoulder to shoulder to people, nuts to butts, balls to walls. Like that's all it is.
So glad I have no sense of smell.
Yeah, all that too. That comes into play because comic book people just don't know how to take a shower. Or by the time they take a shower and then walk and get on Penn Station and walk to the Javits Center, if it's a hot day, yeah, it's bad.
So Tim, what'd you think we talked about before you jumped on? What'd you think about you and I chatted about the Chris Claremont thing earlier today, but
Yeah, I mean,
What are your
I'm
thoughts?
happy. I'm happy to hear him say what has always been in my mind.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's for outcasts. I think that's why I was so intrigued by the X-Men.
Right.
But it's not about any one particular kind of outcast.
Exactly.
I feel like there's been a lot of push for that. Like, this is ours. It's like, no, it's the whole point is it's not just yours. It's everybody's.
It's a mirror. It's a mirror. So like every outcast should see themselves in it, but it's not you. Like it's ambiguous, you know? It's like
I agree.
every kind of person, every kind of subset, whether you're and look, it's not just for minorities. Come on. Like it's also for like the outcasts, like you said, or like the loners, or people just don't fit in. And it doesn't have to do with your race or your sexual preferences or your religions or anything like that. Like it's just not feeling like you fit with everyone else. And then this is for you. But yes, it doesn't need to reflect one subsect of those kind of people. And it does seem like it's like there has been a massive push. I have not enjoyed like that. And it's not like against
I know
that
what you're going to
push.
say because I have the same thing in my head too.
Like I have no problem. Like it's
nobody was mad about North Star.
Yeah, no one cares. Like,
It was
I don't
like,
know.
yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. Good. That's another color in the wheel of X-Men. Perfect.
Yeah. Honestly,
it should be a full spectrum of things. And
if I'm speaking plainly, that might like someone might try to cancel me for it, but
no, don't.
You're talking about like the most entitled group of people out there who have no rights taken away from them, and it just I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why are you crying so much? So I don't know, but whatever.
Well, I'm glad that he said that. Hopefully, he doesn't get in a lot of trouble. I mean, the guy's a legend.
He's old as shit. No, he can't get in any trouble. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a new book coming. They might be like, "You're not writing for us anymore."
I'll be honest, his writing has not been great. Like,
yeah, and I mean, I met him a couple years back, and I did not enjoy hanging out with him.
He's weird, dude. He's strange. He's very strange. He's a guy like you're like, oh, I love you in theory.
Yeah. They say don't meet your idols. Like, totally. Like, I don't ever want to bump into Jim Lee. Like I don't ever want to meet him. Like I'm good just idolizing the guy and never meeting him. That's way better for me.
Oh my God. I can't imagine not meeting some people like that I've met over the years at New York Comic Con, like Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Campbell, like just tons of writers, tons of artists, Frank Miller before.
Yeah, there's definitely really cool people to meet. I guess it's like that they're top shelf for me, and I probably shouldn't, meet the top shelf. And I'm not saying like Todd McFarlane's top shelf too, just not for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's top shelf unanimously, just not like, for me.
I'm not going to say who it was, but there was a writer right now who's like top writer currently right now. I love his work. I love a ton of the stuff he does. And I met him at Terrificon. And I was like, you're kind of a douche, huh? Like, it's like, well, that's unfortunate. But, I wasn't.
Man, I can't wait to ask you after the show.
I was not a fan, dude. I was not a fan. And honestly, like, I felt like he was being like kind of like antagonistic.
You put in the private chat just so I can. So I swear I won't say anything. I won't dox you.
He made some comment. I mean, I don't care if you say it. I'm trying to.
No. I don't want to do this game. I just want to know. Just put in the private chat.
I very much. He made a couple comments where I was just like, dude, like, okay.
If somebody PayPals me $5, I'm going to tell you what Zach just
said. Damn, just $5. Settle for $5.
I don't even know. I don't even think we're monetized. I mean, we have enough to be monetized, but I just never set it up because I don't care to get monetized.
It was just he made these comments like, and I was like, dude, what's your deal? Like,
I think he's changed over the years.
Yeah.
he's definitely changed over the years from what I remember having conversations with that person with.
Yeah, but it was unfortunate. So
Yeah, I mean, it was a bummer. I met Chris Claremont and I said, "Hey, my daughter's middle name is Phoenix," and he was like, "All right," and I'm like, "Cool, talk to you later." like, cool, man. All right.
yeah.
But I mean, he had that documentary that was on Amazon. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
If you watch that documentary, you'll leave that documentary being like, what the heck, man? Like,
Yeah.
kind of like he came off like real jaded and like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then this comment is almost opposite of like kind of what he was, not really opposite, just like this makes more sense to me.
So here's my thing, and like this might be, I'm not saying this is the correct like stance to have here, okay? But this is kind of how I feel about these things. And if you grilled me on it, I might change my opinion based on facts here and there. But when you're creative and you're putting your stuff out there, like, yes, you created, Chris Claremont created these stories, created these characters, but to some extent, it's not yours. Like, it's also mine. And so I don't want to watch like documentaries and stuff. Like, I know, Justin, the one I always wanted to watch, I never did, was the DC one that you talked about. And I always meant to, I just never got around to watching it. But sometimes I don't really want to watch documentaries on things like that, like things like X-Men or something like that. Because no, dude, because how I perceive it is how I perceive it. And it's like art, right? It's art. That's what we're talking about here. Art, right? Like, so someone goes and sees the Mona Lisa and they're like, oh, it's just some chick. And some other person goes and sees it and is like, wow, it speaks to me. Or, you know, like Jackson Pollock speaks to me. And I'm like, that just looks like someone spilled some paint all over the place. I don't want to hear someone else's, like, this is what I meant when I did it. I don't care, dude. How I read it is how I read it. And that's what it spoke to me. So I don't think I wouldn't be interested in watching that. So
that actually kind of brings up an interesting topic, because Colin Comics,
Oh, yeah,
my buddy Steve came up with this. He goes, is it up to is the art how the artist defines it, or is art up to the determination of the viewer/reader? And that's the same thing, just on the opposite
right?
side. Yeah, it's kind of the same way. Like, you know, is the artist putting himself in there? Is it putting or is he putting the reader in there? Like, he wants to know, like, the readers or the viewer, how they feel it.
Well, I think at the origin, it's everyone. I mean, it's human nature, right? So the artist draws it like, that's how I see it. But okay, so that's how you see it, and that's what he put out. But I may see it differently. So, right, like, everything is seen differently. The eye of the beholder, right? So,
yeah, but there's also like a lot of layers to that too. It's like, sometimes people see more than the average person.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like it can't be just one answer.
Right.
You know?
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, yeah, it's like certain writers.
I see a lot more in physical art than most people. Like, when I talk to people, I see things and they're like, I didn't see that at all. I'm like, how did you not see that? Like, for me, it's so obvious.
Right.
But it's like, maybe I'm attuned to like looking at very specific things and
yeah. Well, even the writers are, it's the same thing in the writers. Like, there's so many people that create so much different things, and you're like, how does your mind work that you can do this one universe, and then you have a established universe, and then you're creating a third, like a completely other universe.
How's there no overlap sometimes, or
yeah, there's no,
it's wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's art. I mean, that's really the only answer there is it's art. And for art, it is in the eye of the beholder, like how you take it, how it represents you. And that kind of goes back to the thing we're talking about with like the X-Men and the Chris Claremont conversation. And like, same thing, dude. Like, I don't see it that way. Like, I saw it what appealed to me at the time, when, like, whatever my brand of outsider or, outcast that resonated for me. And I want them. Like, I want all minorities, groups, whatever, like, find that appeal to you. But
yeah, I love that too.
You don't own this. Like, you can't go in there and try to change it.
Yeah, I want everybody to like the X-Men,
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
the
I
world
want
would be
everybody
better
to-
if everyone loved the X-Men.
but it doesn't belong to anybody.
It doesn't belong to
everybody.
anyone. Yeah, it belongs to all of us, and like you need to be open to that, and like that's why I think the idea of like hey, I want to see like I need to see. I mean, I understand the importance of wanting representation, right? And like you want to see yourself in there. You want to see that person. Like, hey, man, I'm not really seeing like. I'll say I'm a Native American. I don't really see a lot of Native Americans. Someone's like, oh, here's Thunderbird. Oh, okay, cool. Like I understand the
Yeah,
importance of that.
all I got is dust. You know.
You got dust, yeah. Wait, she's not. What she was like Saudi Arabian.
But she's
Right?
Muslim.
She's Muslim. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's Danny?
Moonstar. She's
Yeah.
Native American. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, Thunderbird was the first.
Well,
Yeah,
of
where's
course,
the
yes. But
Albanian?
if you like, you're
X-Men?
kind of just nicknaming them. So that's how I thought you
Yeah.
were going with.
Yeah. Would you say was
Sure.
there an Armenian one?
Where's the Albanian?
The Albanian?
character, you know, like I don't feel represented.
Avalanche. You can have Avalanche, dude. Or he's like I think he's Italian, right? Dominic. He's Italian. Yeah,
I
dude.
don't know.
What's up?
I mean,
Where's the Albanian? Right?
yeah,
Write a
right?
letter, dude. Write a letter to Marvel. This is some bullshit.
You'll get it in the next book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'll put you in there.
So I don't know. It's very interesting, man. I mean, everyone's gonna see things how they see things.
it
that's
is
just how the
interesting.
world
It's causing
goes.
a lot of conversation, which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think genuinely, none of these corporations or companies actually care about any of us,
None of them, bro.
and
They
they
don't
ride
care.
whatever wave they feel like is riding right now. They're riding
Green
the
wave,
and
the
they don't
money
care
wave.
about the water.
Yeah,
They don't
it's-
care what color the water is. They don't care if it's salty or not.
Mhm.
They're just
as long
like,
as it's
"Hey,
green.
the wave is moving this way.
Yeah.
We're gonna start writing things this way. Oh, the wave is moving this way. We're gonna start writing things this way. And
Yeah.
here we are, all the consumers, like fucking idiots,
Yep.
just getting mad at each other when they don't care about us at all.
The perfect
There-
example
there
is
you
like
go.
Zuckerberg right now too, right? Like this guy took like a 180, and everyone's like,
100%.
"What the hell?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? Like this dude?" Everyone's like, "Well," some people are like, "I'm glad to see you saw the light." Bro, he doesn't see the light. He doesn't see the light.
Yeah.
Like
Like
in
the
4
guy's,
years-
the guy's a billionaire for a reason.
in 4 years, he's gonna see the other light, dude. Like
Yeah.
he's smart enough, and he's not wrong. He's smart enough to be like, I'm gonna go where the river's going. I'm going.
Exactly.
Like, dude.
And the problem is average people like the three of us, normal people who really want to share who they are, we're too honest.
yeah,
That's why these people are millionaires, billionaires, because they lie. They could just lie and
Yeah.
Yeah, they
they
hide
don't
behind
care.
yeah. Yeah, but man, I mean, this is, in my opinion, like why X-Men is the greatest.
The best.
It's the best. I mean, it really does appeal to everything. And if you really wanted it to be like, oh, I need representation, like you aren't going to find a better brand than X-Men. I mean, we talk about like women in comics. There's no better women in comics
Amazing.
than the X-Men women. There's none. Like it
And
doesn't matter.
It never crossed my mind. Man, these guys are trying to make this woman important. They've been important since Jump for me.
Always, dude.
Yeah,
Storm.
Never,
Yeah.
never thought about any of the X-Men characters. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not a huge X-Men guy, but shit, every X-Men character from like the 80s on that I knew about, I'm like their mainstay character. Their main. They could run their own team, like their own unit.
Yeah.
Never thought like, oh, she's too weak or this. No,
Oh
No,
yeah, dude.
They're the best. They're definitely the most thought out characters that I know, obviously, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
there's some cool stuff coming for the other side, for the DC side, though, right? You guys
What?
excited for Superman?
we're getting it soon.
Yeah. I'm excited.
What about the Green Lantern show?
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm excited for the Green Lantern show. I want to check that
Space
out.
cop stuff? Hell yeah, that's gonna be good.
Yeah. I mean, Green Lantern is just such an awesome property. It's probably my favorite property in DC. And we just haven't really had anything, right, in a long time. So I think the way they're doing it is right, like handling it with and like I know some people complain about the Jon Stewart thing, right? Like, oh, it's like a pandering side issue. But you know what's funny? Like I never thought that. I never was like, I mean, for me, it's Hal Jordan, right? You talk about Green Lantern, I think Hal Jordan. But I talked to my wife, and she watched Justice League Unlimited, and for her, she knows John Stewart. And in
Mhm.
fact, it's funny so much so, like the Flash, she knows Wally West as well. Like those are hers.
Interesting. Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, okay, that is very interesting. Like, I mean, those aren't mine. So I think that is the way to do it. Is like you got to have these characters, and you got to have both of them in there, because not have to. I just think it's the best avenue. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's all depends on like when you picked it up. I mean, I can same thing like for me, Green Lantern, the first one I read was Hal, but I
Yeah.
was reading it on that cusp of Hal and then Kyle. So like Kyle for me was for a year as I was still in comics, it was Kyle Rayner. And then I was out of it. And then yeah, like you said, like Justice League came out and it was like, oh, John Stewart. I was like, all right, cool, Green Lantern. Like I don't care, you know.
Most people
race,
don't
whatever.
care.
Like
dude.
I was just like, this is cool. Like,
Yeah.
all right, this is who we're getting, and that's who the Green Lantern is. And at this time, I wasn't reading comics, so I was like, all right, well, I guess this is the Green Lantern, and John Stewart was a cool character. And I didn't know, you know, that he came out years and years ago. I just knew, I was like, all right, this is the Green Lantern. I'm going to check out. So cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
All good.
You guys know who Ari Shafir is?
Of course.
All right.
I don't know if I do.
Not the biggest fan of his comedy. Sometimes I feel like it's a little like poop comedy. But he was talking about on a podcast like that things aren't really not that bad.
They are.
And I agree.
Yeah.
I think in day to day, I don't see people who are really that, you know, messed up or angry at one another or whatever they want us to believe that's on the internet. I think all of us just spend way too much time on the internet.
Yep.
And
it's an echo chamber, bro. And you're only going to hear back from your side. And that's the worst part. That is the worst
and
part.
then also like you could type a simple sentence and read it like 7 different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And each way will affect you differently. And it's like, I have no idea how this person even said this.
Yeah.
I have no idea where their heart was at or whatever. And it's just like, I'm reading, you know, I'm reading it with like my own internal dialogue of like what I want this random person to be like. And I don't know that person at all.
It's
So
like
I
text
thought that was-
messages, right? Like you get a text message, you're like, well, that sounded kind of bitchy. And then like
Yeah,
you're
like-
like, but you're like, wait, this is just written. I don't know. You know,
Yeah,
like,
if you say okay too quick, what does that mean? Like,
Like,
no, I mean okay, good.
yeah, like sounds good.
I agree.
Yeah, dude.
I got it. It went up here. I get it. We're good.
Yeah,
It's these
But-
echo chambers, bro. The
and it's
internet
so
is just-
true,
it's
man.
just
You only
echo
hear from your
chambers.
side, and it makes you, and it like emboldens you because you only hear from your side, and then you feel angry, and you're like, I don't even care.
Yeah, I don't really even
this
care.
much.
Yeah. And like the social media algorithms, right? Like if you look at something or if you like something, they're like, oh, you liked that, huh? Here's some more. They're just giving you more. And you're like, you're right. I'm right. I'm right. And like,
Yeah.
so everyone's getting the same thing, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to watch all of it and deal with it.
That's why it's good to just get out there in the world, man.
Everybody's just so political these days.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, you guys all still got to wake up and go to work tomorrow, right? The fuck are we doing? What are we doing? We're fighting their fight for them? This is stupid.
Mhm.
Get up and go to work.
Yeah. So I'm watching like when we have like some contact. So we got to feed the girls like every 3 hours, right? So we're sitting there and I got to feed them, blah, blah, blah. And so like at nighttime, I'm listening to a book. And then recently I've been watching The Punisher, Netflix on season 1. I'm still on season 1 right now. And I hadn't seen it in a while. And I was like, oh, you know, I kind of want to rewatch this. I had rewatched Daredevil 1 through 3 recently, last year-ish sometime. And since he's going to be in the new Born Again, I was like, you know what? I want to rewatch. I can't remember where his story left off, like the specifics. And dude, I forgot how good. Like, see, I can't remember what season 2 is like, but season 1 is so good, so good. Like all the stuff that they deal with, like the veterans and like, and then even like, so it's like really good plot points. And then like almost like every other episode, Frank Castle's out there just fucking people up.
Yeah, dude,
It's
that
just
prison
insanity,
scene.
dude. It is insanity.
Yeah,
And
it's awesome.
and he is like John Bernthal is perfect. And like Micro, I love the Micro stuff. But it's funny. There was something that one of the episodes I just saw was it's so funny because it was, I mean, this was what, how long ago did this series come out? We're in 2025,
6 years ago, maybe
2012,
if not
20
more, maybe, right?
it's
Yeah.
early.
8 years.
Yeah. So the main
No,
bad guy, the
it-
like the
it's
CIA
definitely
guy
that.
who's like the head of running these bad missions that killed Frank's family, whatever. He's meeting up with Billy Russo and they're sitting there and they're talking. And he has a point. He's like, he's sitting there and he goes, he's talking about America in general. He's like, nothing's made here anymore. Like, we don't make shit here anymore. We used to be a country that like made everything and we didn't rely on anyone. And now we're, you know, and I was like, damn, dude, this is like, it's funny how like relevant shit is still like 8 years, 10 years, whatever it is,
Yeah,
like later. But such a good show. Like,
yeah,
so
it's
good.
true. You know what our I don't care what anybody says, what any economist says or anybody. The only thing America produces is entertainment. That's the only
true.
thing we produce. Everything else, you could say we make Q-tips, toilet paper, whatever. Garbage. It's all bullshit. None of that matters. The only thing we produce is entertainment. Aside from that, I have no idea how this country...
Weapons.
Sure, maybe we make weapons.
We do make weapons. We're like the
Sure,
biggest
maybe we
weapon
make
supplier.
weapons. But I swear, man, as far as I'm concerned, it's entertainment, and there's nobody better than us at entertainment. But I'll tell you, man, these Korean shows are fucking killer.
Squid Game. You a Squid Game fan?
Dude, Train to Busan. I mean, what is it? Something 100.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's so much stuff on Netflix.
Is it all dubbed?
It's all dubbed. It's all subbed. You could do
It's
whatever you'd
hard.
like.
That's hard for me to watch sometimes.
Bro, there's some shows. All right, here's one of the plots. There's 100 people,
Okay.
men, women, all different body types, all different body sizes, different professions, bodybuilders to firemen to fucking artists. And they all have to go through these challenges to find out what is the most ideal athletic form. So this guy has to roll a huge ball up and down a hill. So of course you need to have big muscles,
Mhm.
but the real big guys get tired too quick, so they lose. So it's like, and it just keeps chopping down until like the one person's left.
What are the stakes? Is it money or is it, what is it?
It's just bragging rights, I guess. Well, I'm sure there's money involved, but
Is this a fiction or is this a reality TV show?
there's like a reality TV show.
Oh,
And I'm like, dude,
Send me
these
this.
people are wrestling and they got to wrestle a ball away from each other and have to hold on to the ball at the buzzer to win.
Hmm.
And I mean, these guys are going, and girls, they're going at it. It's awesome. It's so cool. But like I said, you know, these Koreans are making amazing shows right now, man. It's awesome. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
America's all entertainment, man. That's all we do.
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Are you excited for the Fantastic Four?
I'm not excited to see Shalabal as the Silver Surfer. I don't know how I feel about that.
What we got like a teaser tomorrow, right? Teaser
Trailer tomorrow.
A full trailer?
That's what I mean. Today was the teaser trailer,
Yeah.
which was 15 seconds.
Because I know they were talking about like a trailer being released at the Super Bowl.
Okay, so I guess then we'll get both. So we'll get 45 seconds tomorrow and a minute and a half on Super Bowl Sunday.
It makes, I mean, shit, dude, it makes more sense. I like what they're doing, like the fourth, right?
Yeah, that's obviously why they
Yeah.
do it. Well, to be honest, what you should do is wait till April.
April 4th, you're right.
Yeah, like, duh.
Yeah, but they're like, we can't wait that long.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. I guess, you know,
Wait.
Marvel's been letting me down since Endgame, so who cares?
Well, that's everything.
Yeah.
I can't believe Captain America is like 10 days away. I keep seeing like these clips and I keep forgetting that it's like literally next week.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
how
crazy.
I don't know how I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go like Saturday morning, bro.
Tim, what's the name of the show that we were just talking about? The
The
Korean
reality show you're talking about.
It's called Physical 100.
the Gold 100.
There's a bunch, man. I mean,
Well, I guess once you start watching them, then they start beginning in your algorithm. It's like you may like this. So your entire like one line is all. That's what it is. All recommendations for you.
Yeah, I mean, if you like zombie stuff, watch Train to Busan. It's wonderful.
Get a lot of anime that pops up on my.
Ooh, February 14th. I might be able to see this, dude. My parents are going to be in town. We got some babysitters.
There
Might
you
be able to go catch Captain America.
Talk about it.
You know, and there's all this drama too about Anthony Mackie like making the comments about the Captain America comments and stuff like that.
Oh, I heard about
It's-
that. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm at the point where like I don't care. Like honestly, like I'm really at a point where like I'm just like, wait, some actor said something. Who cares? Like
Yeah,
I don't
I mean,
care.
I've met Anthony Mackie, not the nicest guy.
You know his real name's Clarence. His parents had a real good marriage.
Yeah.
I just like I mean, yeah, actors like speak out and they're like, "Well, here's my opinion." I'm like, "Who gives a shit?"
You
dude?
don't know what real life is anymore.
Dance monkey. That's what you're here for. Like you're to entertain me. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have said monkey. That was like I didn't mean it that way. I mean like entertain me.
Nobody thought you meant it that
Circus
way.
clown. I know. And as,
yeah.
I said
Only
it-
an asshole would think you meant it that way.
as I said it, I felt like an asshole. But yes,
Answer me, clown. Make me.
you're-
What is it?
dance
From,
clown. That's what you are. That's what they are. Like you're here
Yeah.
to entertain us, dude. I don't care about your opinion.
Yeah. I mean, how lucky. That's the way I feel. It's like you're lucky. You're not doing anything
Yeah.
so exceptional that like we should admire you. But we do because you provide us with like entertainment. But I mean, you're so lucky. And you should just act lucky. You should be like, man, I'm the luckiest dude in the world. People come up to me in the
Yeah.
street and they want to meet me and they want a signature and like take a picture. I'm so lucky. And
You
I can
hear, like,
understand
dudes
how
like-
it gets like gross for them too. Like you get bothered all
Oh,
the
dude.
time. I
Horrible.
totally get that.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it sounds horrible. But you're exchanging that for a very cushy
Mhm.
$1 million life. I mean,
Well, you
You
never
know?
hear stories like right, like it's funny. It's also like an era thing. I feel like, and we're all relatively the same age, so it's like Tom Cruise, like all of like the big stars when we were, you know, like teenagers and kids and stuff, right? That like you never hear those guys ever talking about anything political or anything like that. Like
yeah, I have no idea what Tom Cruise thinks.
Yeah.
except Scientology, right? That was like the only like weird like thing with it.
But
Like
even like before that,
yeah,
they would go on talk shows. They would talk about the movie. They would go on the Tonight Show.
Yep.
They would talk about the movie. There was never, like you said, yeah. There's never a political side. There's never was an
Agenda.
agenda. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just.
Well, now the political system drives asking of the question,
Mhm.
who are you voting for and why, what are your views on this? Because that counts as a cosign.
It's funny, like you know, everyone talks about how Keanu Reeves is like the greatest, right? The greatest, like the greatest in like the industry, and yeah, he just minds his own business, dude. Like, I don't know. I wish they more of them were like that. Like, because you said, I mean, like, be thankful for what you have. Like, you're out of touch with the rest of society, and you shouldn't be speaking on society because you don't understand what the problems of the society really are. You don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, personally, like it doesn't matter what Oprah says or,
Any of the point
Beyonce.
of view.
yeah, like their opinions don't change my opinion.
Yeah.
There isn't a single person like, I love Leonardo DiCaprio. Him saying that like the Earth is dying doesn't make me think, oh, it's dying. I go, yeah, it's dying. Yeah, I'm with you. It's dying just like all of us are dying.
Mhm.
Everything's dying. My car
gonna
is dying.
die?
It's brand new. It's dying. You know, my statues to deteriorate. Everything's dying. You know, like you're not telling me anything I don't know. I don't feel the urgency because you said it. You know,
Right.
but hey, good for you that you feel like you're trying to reach some people, but it's not hitting me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I gotta wake up and go to work the next day.
No shit, dude. I don't got time. I got time to work. I
Yeah,
got bills to pay,
brother.
bro.
Like,
I
come on,
don't
man.
know if I can tell you.
Yeah,
That
come
world,
on,
I
man.
mean, it's probably gonna die, dog, but I got work tomorrow. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, man. And until I can't go to work, like COVID was like the thing that made me go, all right, pump the brakes. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Like you're telling me I can't go to work? How come? Well, for your
Something's
own
not
safety.
right.
It's like, can't
Something's
I
not
make that decision? Why can't I do
Yeah.
that? No, you gotta clean all your food before you bring it in the house. And I'm like, yo, what is happening, brother? Like,
Or stay out in the garage on like a blanket
dude.
for 2 hours, and then
Hey,
I
yeah,
can bring
you
it in.
gotta strip before you get into your house.
It's safe
Make
if you
sure-
stand, but not when you sit. Like,
It was wild. It was wild.
Please. I
But
mean, I'll
prior to
tell a quick
that-
story. I'll tell a quick story. So I was at my buddy's house because I know he doesn't watch and it doesn't matter. I was at my buddy's house Saturday night for a poker tournament, and it's 20 guys, and we're all in
What
a
was her
house.
name?
Anyway, we're everyone's in the same floor. I go to like shake one of my buddy's hands, and he like gives me the fist bump, and I was just like, all right. So I asked my other friend, like, I was like, yo, it's like so and so not like me because he like fist bumped me. He's like, no. He's like, he doesn't want to shake people's hands because he doesn't want to compromise himself because he doesn't want to get his daughter sick. And I'm like, but it's okay to hang out like tons of guys around you breathing all the air, and we're all like laughing and
which
drinking.
is worse
and,
than touching hands. Yeah.
like, I'm like, are you serious? Like, wash your hands then, bro.
Yeah.
Like, don't come if that's like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
I mean, I get it, but I'm also like, I don't blame the guy.
But like,
I don't blame him, but it don't make sense.
dude, I'm like, come on, man. Like, just
Yeah, if you
we've
if
been
you
like
want your
friends
kid getting
forever.
sick-
We've known each other for fucking like 30 plus years, and you want to give me a fist bump? Like, who the fuck are you? Like,
I don't want my
Yeah.
kids getting sick either, but I'll give you a big hug when I see you.
I don't want my
Exactly.
kids to get sick not because I sounds
I'll
bad.
kiss you on
Not
the
because-
cheek, and then it's fine. Like,
Not because I care about their physical health at all. It sounds like a huge pain in my ass if they're sick. It's nothing to do with if I'm worried about them getting sick.
My
I
man,
just don't
it's
want them.
the worst.
It's
dude.
the worst, dude. Like,
worst.
it's a pain in my butt.
It's the
Speaking of,
worst.
I hate to like do it, but I got a baby feeding coming up here at 11. So
that time,
Yeah.
that time
Thanks
to
for
rock
having me
out.
on, guys. This was fun. It was nice just chatting with you guys.
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Thanks for popping on. We'll see. I'll see you in a month and a half. Whether you see Zach, it's
Hopefully.
I can't believe it's so soon. Jesus.
yeah. It'll be fun. So yeah, King Kong will be set up. King Kong.
You know what's
Oh, is
wild
that
is
the King
like,
Kong shirt?
This is
King Kong-
the trick or treat from October. This is their sweater.
Cool.
Trick or treat was fun.
King Kong's going to basically be a year I've been out here, roughly.
Yes.
I also
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
just, for the record, say I didn't put this shirt on because I was coming on to the show.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just wearing this shirt.
Nice.
Okay.
It's
That's cool.
coincidental.
It's cool. Cool.
I'm not wearing a Metallica shirt to a Metallica concert.
Honey, clean the Comic-Con podcast t-shirt. I'm going on the show.
Well, cool, man. Thanks, dude.
Joe.
Thanks for coming on. Everyone, it's been fun. We'll still be
Yeah.
around. By no means is this an end to the Comic Con podcast at all, and we might still be doing live shows. This is just kind of like the end of an era, and we're going to be on a new era, so a
Mhm.
better era, hopefully. So
Yeah. So check it. The first episode on the new podcast drops on Friday. So Uncensored Nerds Network. So if you're not on Spotify, get your butt on Spotify. Yeah, and you're still going to be hearing and seeing Zach and I on a weekly basis, doing our regular stuff, articles, community stuff, the reviews. So,
Yeah.
and always having content creators on and whoever we can get on a weekly basis. But for the first few weeks, it's going to be different. Definitely different for me because
Mhm.
you all know, and Zach said it. I do the brunt of this, the bulk of it.
yeah,
So taking a step back is
it's
going
a
to be
break.
interesting.
It's a break.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, ooh, what do I get to do? So,
You get
but
to
yeah,
enjoy my life for a little while,
yeah,
podcast wise.
yeah. So thanks everybody. Tim, thanks so much for jumping on. For everybody
bro.
else that's jumped on, if you're watching
Sure.
this on the rewind again, Uncensored Nerds Network this week
Yep.
starting. Enjoy the rest
Later,
of your
everyone.
day. Peace out, everybody. Hey, comic book collectors. Do you want to protect what you collect? Do you hate when your comic books slide around in your short box, or you need to turn them sideways just so they don't bend or fall over? Well, look no further than Sidekick Supplies. Their product fits firmly inside your comic box, so you don't need to worry. And not only is their product made in the USA, but also ships free directly to your doorstep. Check out our sponsor, Sidekick Supplies, at sidekicksupplies.com and use the code ComicCon15 for 15% off your purchase. believe me, you'll be ordering more than one.